Hello, good evening, and welcome to Home Park, Plymouth. And Plymouth, a terrific town. Of course, very famous for the fact that they have a hole, the old ship fairing, and of course they're also the home of former homes of Gus Honeybaum, and that's my dog. If you lived in the 80s, you understand what I mean. Anyway, now Plymouth, Argyle, and Watford are our two teams involved in tonight's main event here on TC Up 2 and JB Sports. And good evening to everybody on there. And yeah, to Francis Drake as well. And Watford and Plymouth have got history. Of course, they met in a famous game 40 years ago, or just over 40 years ago, an FA Cup semi-final at Villa Park. Watford won it 1-0 for a goal by George Riley. Of course, in those days, Watford were going places under Graham Taylor and chairman, a certain Elton John, that is. Anyway, the teams have just come out here to a raucous reception. Two former Manchester United title winners in charge of both sides today. On the Green Army, you've got Wayne Rooney, whose kids will have had the babysitters in tonight because, of course, his wife is around 10,000 miles away in an Australian jungle somewhere on some reality TV show. So Wayne Rooney is here tonight as Plymouth manager, doing a decent job, but his team are 1 point above the drop zone, but they are in, I make it 15th place. So a win would really set themselves up really well, and there's a few familiar names in that Plymouth lineup, which I'll run through in just a second or two. Watford going okay under Tom Cleverley, unbeaten at home. Well, let's check on the two teams, starting with Plymouth Argyle, with Daniel Grimshaw in goal. Then it's Julio Pazzuggolo, Cornel Cyrus, and Lewis Gibson across the back. And then it's Matteo Soriara, Darko Garbi on loan from Leeds, Adam Rando, and Barley Mumba. And then up front three, Morgan Whittaker, who are playing behind the two strikers, in fact, we believe. Michael Obafemi on loan from Burnley, and Andre Gray. For Watford, Daniel Bachman is in goal. Then it's a back three of Ryan Porteous, Matt Pollock, and we believe James Morris. And then in the midfield, we've got Andrews, number 45, Ryan Andrews, Musa Sissoko, number 10, Imran Louza, number 37, Yoza Laruki, and then up front, it's a 4-3-3 by the looks of it. So we've got Kawanda Bar, Georgie Akagarski, I can't pronounce it, so I do apologise, and Kakon Bayo on loan from Udinese. Laruki, in fact, on loan from Troyes. And Michael Obafemi, in actual fact, has got 2 goals in his last 3 championship home appearances. Great atmosphere. When the Green Army are in town, you know it's going to be a good atmosphere. And on the Watford side, you've got Vakon Bayo, Watford's top scorer, 6 championship goals this season and going very well at the moment. Tom Cleverley doing reasonably well, 6th place with 25 points at the moment on the board. And let's check the official before we kick off here at Home Park tonight. The referee tonight comes from Hampshire. That's Andy Davis. His 2 assistants are Graham Kane and Nigel Lugg. And the 4th official, well, we saw him in a previous commentary game I did. Sam Allison is our 4th official. In fact, he was the referee, for that Nottingham Forest against Newcastle League Cup tie, which I covered way back in August. Good atmosphere. Under the lights. Cold night now that the nights are drawing in. There's been quite a lot of snow across the country. Snow, ice. Had to be very careful coming down to the West Country today. Damon Lathrope is the assistant manager of Watford on the bench. Tom Cleverley up in the stands. There's the referee tonight, Andy Davis from Hampshire. Former professional footballer, incidentally. But very much a professional referee of his own esteem as we get underway. Watford in the yellow with the red shorts. And Plymouth in the green shirts, white shorts, and green stockings. JB, John Stuttard in the commentary box on TCM2 and JB Sports tonight. Don't forget, I'll be back on your airwaves tomorrow night when we have the big one, the match between Manchester City and Tottenham from the City of Manchester Stadium. And that will be on TCM and Focus on Football as Wales Championship pursuit. The ball is easy there for Grimfield to pick up on the inside his penalty area. And it's going to be really a true test of Watford's calibre. Plymouth very much a meet deciding only making remarkable comebacks in recent weeks. They were 3-0 down in one game with 10 minutes to play and then came back to draw 3-3. So Sissoko already into the action. Well, I think that's a very harsh decision. It's a free kick. Mumba runs into traffic, but that's not a yellow card offence. I don't believe for 1 second. I think Mr. Davis, the referee, has just overreacted a little bit there. I think someone within the first 60 seconds, I think he's a bit extreme. But there we are. I hope you can hear me okay. Anyway, Sissoko is there. And there we are. I hope you can hear me. I hope you can hear me very well, actually. Yes, you can hear me. Right, good. That's fine. Right, meanwhile, Sissoko is on the ground and he's hurt. He's a Frenchman. Could say now already for Tom Cleverley. It was a foul, but I didn't think it was a yellow card offence or anything of that magnitude. And of course, we'll keep you abreast of all the other sport going on tonight. We've got a darts competition. Got some big time darts on as well. Not too far up the road in Minehead at the Butlins. We'll keep you updated. Luke Littler in action. Michael Van Gerwen in action. Rob Cross is in action. In fact, against Luke Littler, who absolutely stormed to the top of the tree in the Grand Slam of darts last week. And we'll keep you updated with the latest goings on at Minehead as we see that challenge from Mumba. I think it's a foul, yes, but I don't think it's a bookable offence. That's my reading of the situation. But it's a free kick, which number 8 will take, which is Zamanaski, who plays that into the danger zone and almost an own goal there. The ball being turned over. I think it was Morgan Whittaker getting back there to turn it over the top. Decent free kick there into the danger zone. And, well, that could have easily been an own goal. In fact, it was Andre Gray who almost turned it into his own net. So a corner kick then to Watford in the 4th minute of the first half. First game back in the international break. The corner goes in. Is knocked away there by Mumba. Comes out again to the Georgian. Zabakansky. Here's number 10 now. Loza plays the ball into the penalty area from the right-hand side. Obafemi can't reach that. Comes now to number 34, which is Barr. Does well, gets the crossing from the right, but it's not a particularly good cross because it's along the floor and out of play. Ball back on halfway this time. Watford still in possession. Some of these names are a bit unfamiliar to most of us here. Here's Andrews on the right-hand channel. Gives it away to Obafemi with the dreadlocks. This is Morgan Whittaker. A lot of interest in him during the summer. And there's bound to be a lot of interest in him in January as well. Burnley, one of the teams that have been tabling bids for him in the past. And here comes Sissoko, flicking it round the corner. Lovely football this from Watford. Bio involved. Now the ball out to the far side. Watford, those yellow Hornet shirts coming forward. And the good cross in there. And it comes towards Bio, who's scored in his last scored 6 goals this season. And then it came through him again. This is Barr. Good football this for Watford. They're keeping it along the net well. Sizarko and Barr teaming up. Plymouth with 2-6-8 back. Behind the ball at the moment. 0-0 is the score. If you've just joined us on all TCF platforms, it's JB, John Stuttard, your commentator and presenter tonight. And the whistle has gone, in fact. That stops any more movement from Laruki. And a free kick to Plymouth Argyle. Already 50% of the game being played in the Plymouth half, which will concern Wayne Rooney a little bit. Darryl Gurney has knocked out Peter Wright in the Players' Championship 6-1. So Peter Wright's bad year in the darts continues. In the football, it's 0-0. Plymouth 0, Watford 0. Of course, we've got Falkirk against Queen's Park, so we'll keep you abreast of that one as we go along. As the ball comes into the penalty area, knocked away once more. Watford going for the jugular early on. That's going to be a free kick to Plymouth Argyle. Foul there. Excuse me. Foul there on one of the Plymouth players. It was again Sabagaski who made a good break there. And another bite at the cherry, and then fouled his man, which was, in point of fact, Matthew Soriola. Just to let you know, there's a League 2 game on as well tonight. Cheltenham 0, Tranmere Rovers 0. Used to be St. Greaves' Friday night favourites. They are. But, I'm sure they'll be everyone's Friday night favourites these days. Anyway, here come Watford now on the break with Sissoko. He's got Barr on the right-hand side. Barr now cuts in field. But again, good defence by Plymouth. Looking very, very assured. Lewis Gibson there. Making sure that he got it away. He's the Plymouth captain. The standing captain, because the actual club captain is amongst the substitutes. Horton. Once again, Watford come again, cross in. Oh, and Bayo has turned it in. Bayo from 6 yards out. It was a crossing from the left-hand side. And Bayo coming in there. Pounces to get his 7th of the season. And Watford going front with 8 minutes on the clock. And you have to say, on the balance of the play and the way the game has gone, I don't think anybody inside Home Park can argue with this start from Watford. It's been an absolute humdinger of a start from them. Ball was played from right to left here. Couple of passes and then it was plain sailing here. The crossing was a perler. Really slack marking from the Plymouth Argyle defence. And when Pizzarogo couldn't cut the ball out, Bayo came in unmarked. He actually had to slide it in past Grimshaw. It wasn't actually an easier finish than what you would have thought, but he's become the top scorer with 7 goals this year in the Championship. And Watford, after 9 minutes on the clock, are in the lead. 8 minutes dead, the goal was timed at. Now then, Mumba for Watford, for Plymouth rather. Ball's been lost. And Bayo loses possession now. Can Watford find something with Gray? They're looking to hit back straight away, and it was a good ball, and Adam Randall just couldn't get in there. And to apply a finishing touch there for Watford, it's a throw into them, to the Pilgrims. Right, almost in line with the 18-yard line of Watford. Watford attacking the goal to our right, incidentally. Plymouth to the left in the first half, where the Watford fans are congregating behind. If you haven't got a television set on and you're listening to the description of the stadium where I'm looking, I'm set opposite the main stand, the 2-tiered main stand. There's a free kick to Plymouth on the far side as I look. The Watford fans are away to my left, and then the rest of the stadium, all Plymouth. And it's down that left-hand side we're watching the game now, and Plymouth have a free kick in a very promising position on their right-hand side, the far side. It's going to be number 20, Adam Randall, to swing this in, right-footed. 1-0 to Watford is the score, but Plymouth looking to hit back. Watford will go. Referee Andy Davis. Oh, there's a bit of pushing and shoving going on there, and one player went tumbling. That was the number 6 there, Zooks. But it comes to Mumba now for Plymouth. The ball comes back across. And it's not the first time being produced. Nicholas Jones have been to Plymouth for a championship game. We were here last year, you may recall, when Southampton were the visitors, and Plymouth had just freshly come up from the from League One. Actually survived on the last day of the season last year. As the ball now is back with Grimshaw, trying to get something going here for the Green Army. Free kick, says Mr. Davis, the referee. Laruki, the offender this time. Good first half this. Been absolutely neck and crop. First 10 minutes, definitely Watford's, but the last couple of minutes, I can honestly say that Plymouth rather have made a good response, but it shouldn't. I think Rooney will be tearing his hair out a little bit, because you think about it, it shouldn't need them to go 1-0 down in order to them to start playing their natural game. Garby now comes charging forward, the man on loan from Leeds. Gets it out to the far side. Now Plymouth need to ask 1 or 2 questions, and he almost did there with a crossing from the right-hand side. Headed behind for a corner. Better from Plymouth. Got it down the far side. Good cross. It was looking towards Morgan Whittaker. And Matty Pollock couldn't take any chances. He had to nod it behind for a corner. With 13 minutes almost played here on TCM2 and JB Sports. Friday night football from the TCM as the cross comes in to the penalty area. Nodded away. Whittaker jumps for the second ball. Comes out again. This time for Mumba, who's just gone to the right now, but the ball's been lost. Been way inside the Watford half. The ball over the halfway line, but it's out of play. And it will be a Plymouth Argyle throw-in. Really showing a bit of nice control there as we look at the goal again. Actually, it wasn't as easy a finish for Bio rather. Then actually, as it for Sport. Scored in the last game against Oxford. Got the winning goal against Oxford in actual fact. Well, they're happy. The Treble Watford fans. And I think they have every justification of being happy at the moment. They have been the better team. But it's a Plymouth throw midway inside the Watford half. Whittaker loses possession, but the ball's been won back. And Gibson gets the ball back to Daniel Grimshaw. Grimshaw turns away from Bio terrifically well. Watford showing some nice, neat football here. Morgan Whittaker on halfway. We know what a threat he could be. He went down, but it wasn't a foul there. Referee was quite right to play on. And to Morgan Whittaker's immense credit, got on with the game as Sissoko is inside the area, but good defence again by number 5, Julio Bezwenko, who just knocks it out for a corner. I do apologise for the pronunciations of some of the players him show tonight. It's very difficult to master them when you're covering them for the very first time. Now, was this a foul on Morgan Whittaker? I actually think that's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other, actually, to be fair. Quarter of an hour gone. It's a Watford throw-in, actually. Throw came in from the far side. It was Andrews with the throw, but it's not come to much. And now Bio has it on the far side. Wins another throw-in for Watford. quarter of an hour gone on the TC Hub 2 and JB Sports. With those two part of the Commentary Hub network of channels. As from this season, we've had a bit of a change in plans on the TC Hub. From now on in, you'll hear Championship action and certain international games on the TC Hub 2 and JB Sports. And on the main channel, you'll have FA Top Flight Football, FA Cup action and Champions League. So we've made one or two little tweaks to our coverage this season here at the TC Hub. I hope you like the little touches. Anyway, here come Watford again. 3 down that far side. And they might be in for number 2. And Bayo is in there after an opportunity and also come to bar in the first instance. He tried to flick the ball on. I think he tried to be a little bit unselfish maybe. Meanwhile, Andre Grace battling it for 10 yards from halfway on the near side down below me. But Watford within a good finish or two of being 2 goals clear, but they're not. Excuse me. Well, big opportunities missed there. Meanwhile, Shaka Kandoladze is down on the ground. Try and say that in less than 3 syllables. And actually, there looked a suspicion of offside in that last attack from Watford. But the linesman Nigel Lugg decided to keep his flag down. Larouki had made the break. Barr should have scored there on the first instance. And then the ball just went behind Bayo on the second instance. In fact, Watford have got a free kick as it's floated in there, headed away by Zooks. And now Watford again to reload. And lovely football again down the left-hand side. And this time, better defending from Argyle, doing really well. Argyle have been decent without being any spectacular so far in this 18 minutes. 1 or 2 passes have been very neat and tidy. Neat and tidy football from Plymouth without any real end product as yet. Andrews can't keep it in on the far side, so it's a throw-in. Watford's record in opening 50 minutes of games. 1 goal scored, 7 conceded. Now that is a turn up for the book. And when scoring first, they've scored first in the 6 games and have won all 6. So it's not looking promising for Plymouth Argyle tonight. Not looking promising for some of the top 6 either, which my team Burnley are 1. Difficult away match at Bristol City tomorrow. Should be a tough trip for Scott Parker's men. Not too far up the road, just up the M5. "19 minutes gone then on the TC Hub and TC Hub 2 and JB Sports for a Friday night. Some live Friday night football. Don't forget the comment section's open for business. Send your comments in. Keep them clean, obviously. And we'll read a few out while we're on the air. And we'll keep you up to date with League 2 and some Scottish action. And, of course, the latest goings on at Butlands in the Players' Championship darts. First night, Luke Littler involved. Michael Van Gerwen involved. Always a good spectacle, the darts. And we got another upset in that tournament. No involving Gerwin Price. We'll just wait for this corner to be taken up before I tell you about and upsetting the darts. Corner from the far side, whipped in by the goalkeeper. I think there was a bit of pushing and shoving going on in there. Free kick to Plymouth. Excuse me. So, latest goings on in Minehead in the darts. Thibaut Tricot has edged out Gerwin Price 6 legs to 4. 6 legs to 4. So Gerwin Price, one of the pre-tournament favourites, is out of the Players' Championship. Meanwhile, in League 2, it's Cheltenham 0, Tranmere 0, and Queen's Park 0, Falkirk 1 in the Scottish Championship. Meanwhile, it's Watford going forward. Shot comes in from Kazimierz, and it's over the top for a goal kick. Left for the try, but way over the top of the bar. As we approach the halfway mark of the first half. Elsewhere, Spanish La Liga, a couple of games going on. A few games around Europe tonight, just 2. One in Spain, one in Germany. Getafe 0, Valladolid 0. They've played 21 minutes in that game. And it's half-time in the Bundesliga game between Vincent Kompany's Bayern Munich and Wolfsburg. And that's currently 0-0. So a good result for Wolfsburg there. When you think about it, that's good considering that Vincent Kompany's style of play is very much possession-based and tippy-tappy football. So it would be a terrific result for Wolfsburg if they were to go to the Allianz Arena and even get a draw out of that one. We'll keep you updated on events in Germany. That's going to be a Plymouth free kick found there by Andrews. Free kick then to Plymouth. Andrews on Mumba. Clear push there. Just a free kick. Nothing more, nothing less. Plymouth get on with it straight away. On the far side. Don't forget, we'll pause for about 15 minutes, 10 minutes at half time, have a quick break. As the volley comes in, oh, it's a terrific goal, right-footed. Andre Gray shows his class that he's done so for years and years and years, and he scored against his own team. Would you believe that? What a volley that was by Andre Gray. He's made a living out of finishes like that. For the likes of Watford and for Burnley and for so many other teams, Brentford before that. And what a reply from Plymouth. It's 1-1 at home park, a terrific goal. A goal out of nothing maybe. Gray definitely outside, he's not beyond the last defender. But even so, from the right-hand side of the penalty area, he's about 14 yards out as he strikes this on the volley. And he's still got a lot to do. It's a crossfield pass. And look at that. He takes it on the volley. The little bounce after he volleys it does for Backman. He can't move. He's well beaten and it finds the left corner. And Plymouth Argyle have equalised. 1-1. Game on now. Second goal. 2 in his last 3 home appearances in the Championship for the Jamaican. It's 1 apiece now. Goal timed at 22 minutes and 50 seconds. Ball back to Grimshaw. Gives it a big long bomb. 3/4 of the way up the field. Ball out of play for a Plymouth throw-in. And that will please Wayne Rooney. No end, that finish. I mean, it's a sort of finish that Wayne Rooney himself would have been proud of. That is some goal. And I don't want to blow my own trumpet here and say it's one of the goals of the weekend. I think it is. Okay, it's the first game of the Championship week round of games, but I'll tell you what, you'll have to go a long way in the Championship to find a goal like that. Oh, we almost did! Morgan Whittaker with a left-footed shot from more than 25 yards. Narrowly missed the left-hand post. And I'll tell you what, if that had gone in, I would have had to have eaten my words. Oh, my goodness. He just misses the angle of post and bar. This is what Morgan Whittaker's capable of. On his day, he's unplayable. My goodness. No wonder Wayne Rooney supported that. It took Plymouth a good 15, 20 minutes to come to the party, but once they have done, boy, have they come to it, and how. 26 minutes almost gone here at Home Park. Plymouth Argyle 1, Watford 1. A great game here being played in the West Country. I think Sir Francis Drake would have approved of this. Ball with Daniel Bachman. His feet on the equaliser. Could not be Bachman turned to overdrive, that's for sure. Well, Tom Cleverley will be annoyed that his team had several opportunities to go 2-0 up and didn't take them. I'll tell you what now, we've got a game, we've got a real match on our hands now. Tom Cleverley in the stand, serving a touchline man. There he is. In the director's box. And I tell you what, now we've got a match on. Here on TC Hub 2 and JB Sports. Here's Danny Grimshaw for Watford. The Plymouth goalkeeper gets it down the ground. And we'll go to the Watford keeper this time, Daniel Bachman. Tell you what, Andre Gray was a very, very good signing for Plymouth. A very clever signing. And there's going to be goals like that. What might just keep Plymouth in the league this year. They're a good team at home. They are lousy away though, Plymouth. They're no getting away from that particular fact. But at Home Park, they are something special. One ball over. That should be Grimshaw's, it is. He's been confident today, Daniel Grimshaw. His handling has been top-notch. Not really much that the goalkeepers from either side could have done on the 2 goals. What a piece. Michael Obafemi as well. He's a tremendous player. It's a wonder. It's amazing, really, when you think about it, that Burnley let him go, because the way Burnley have been this season, you'd have thought they'd have kept Obafemi there. Obviously, they banked on Lyle Foster being fit, and obviously he got injured, and as a result, now I think they're regretting the decision to send Obafemi out on loan, but they can't obviously bring him back as part of the deal. So Burnley have got to make, I think what Scott Parker did was make a little bit of a mistake, really. So 1-1 here. Elsewhere around the country, it's currently Falkirk are winning 1-0. A goal from Nesbitt after 26 minutes. They've played 44 minutes. Nearly at half-time in the Cheltenham game. And as you know, Getafe and Valladolid 0-0 in La Liga. Bayern Munich, Augsburg 0-0 at half-time. Throw to Plymouth. Already Peter Wright and Gerwin Price are the 2 big victims. An opening night in the darts, and the shot coming in from Obafemi. That's left-footed. Just goes wide of the far post, the far right-hand post, and behind for Watford goal kick. But certainly the last 5 or 6 minutes since the equalising goal have belonged, in my opinion, to Plymouth Argyle, without a shadow of a doubt. They have been superb. One ball over the top for Barr to chase. And there's Median on the far side. Gibson treks with him every step of the way and concedes a corner to Watford. Remember, this is a repeat of the 1984 FA Cup semi-final, won by a goal from George Riley for Watford. But there was no stopping that one from Andre Gray for Plymouth Argyle, scoring against his old team. Smash. Not bad for a player that once cost £18 million. Watford corner. 1-1 the score. Flicked on inadvertently by Gibson. And it's been stabbed wide, would you believe, by Ryan Porteous. 7 yards out, and the Scottish international tried to guide it in with the side of his foot and missed the left-hand far post, I would say, by about a couple of centimetres. It was a clever little finish by the Scottish centre-back. Not far away. And then Grimshaw's played himself into trouble, and in the end, his defender had to play him out of trouble. Grimshaw really got himself into all sorts of a tangle. I don't know, I think in certain situations, goalkeepers, I know they're told by their managers to play out from the back, but the goalkeepers must take responsibility and think, what's a good time to play out from the back? And what's a good time to actually just boot the thing forward. Anyway, Andrews with the long throw into the Plymouth penalty area. Well, Bafemi did well in defence. Gray trying to make something happen. And here goes Gray, the goal scorer. He's got Bafemi screaming for it there. And his ball was absolutely ridiculously poor. And now Watford have got a break on here with Larouki. He's got Where's waiting in the middle? Here comes the shot and over the top. It's end-to-end stuff now. Bayo shooting in the end over the top. The game's been played from one end of the field to the other. It's been that sort of first half, really. Plymouth attacked, it broke down, and then suddenly at the other end, Bayo broke forward. Andrews winning possession there. Then Bayo got it on the far side. Cut inside the defender here, which was Sooks, and just missed the post by a fraction. I want more even game than it was early doors. I don't think there's much doubt about that. And we've had another result in the darts, which I'll tell you about. It's a big game between Chris Dobie and Nathan Aspinall. And Chris Dobie is one of the top seeds, is out of the tournament. Nathan Aspinall is in 780s on his way to a 6-1 victory. So Dobie out, Gerwin Price out, and Peter Wright out. Just 3 big names already gone from the Players' Championship at Minehead. And here is a chance here for Watford inside the penalty area. Sissoko tries to turn the ball back, and the linesman's put his flag up for an offside decision and a free kick to Plymouth. Sissoko just strayed from the last defender as he pulled the ball back. 34 minutes gone. And just to remind you, if you need reminding of what's coming up tomorrow, I'll be back in the commentary box for a very big game. Just a small matter of Manchester City against Tottenham Hotspur. Pep Guardiola poised to sign a 1-year extension to his Manchester City contract. His team struggling at the moment, 5 points behind Liverpool in the title race. They take on Ange Postecoglou's Tottenham, and you'll be able to hear that live with us from 5:20 tomorrow evening. Join myself and Paul James for that one if you can. Meanwhile, it's Plymouth on the attack now with Gibson, but he gives the ball away rather carelessly to Porteous. Watford have possession. 35 minutes practically gone now. There we are, the 35th minute has ticked over. It's 1-1 here in a very important game, key game at both ends of the Championship spectrum, Watford can take a huge step and cement their playoff aspirations for at least a week. With a victory tonight, Plymouth can pull away from the madness at the bottom of the table. As I said, lying in 15th or 16th rather with 16 points. But a win would take them to 19 points. Wayne Rooney would have been looking at setting a 50-point survival target for Plymouth this season. A lot of criticism has been aimed at his way because of what happened at Birmingham. A lot of people were doubting him when he went to Plymouth. But the locals here have took to him rather well, actually. They've got a very good home record, but the problem is they just cannot win away. Sometimes when you're sort of an inferior team, and I'm doing no disrespect here to Plymouth Argyle in any case, as Watford with a corner conceded by Mumba. Him and Andrews actually have had a very good battle down that right-hand side. Really have enjoyed watching them two battle each other down that near side. Andrews against Mumba. Watford corner. Excuse me. Here comes the corner, right-hand side. Another Argyle player went tumbling there, another green shirt. Ball knocked away over Femi. The whistle's gone for offside. Well, presumably a push or an offside. Either one of the two. And a free kick. It is to the Pilgrims. Well, I think Wayne Rooney will be the happier of the two managers. Now, that's why Championship results. Sunderland 3-2. Luton 3-1, they won. Blackburn, they won 2-1 in the last minute. Preston, they were 3-0 down. Drew 3-3. And then beat Portsmouth 1-0 in their last home game on Bonfire Night. So the home record has not been too shabby. 38 minutes almost played. 1-1. One ball forward. Looking towards number 34 here. Barr trying to turn away. Bayo takes the ball now for Watford. They're breaking very quickly again. The Hornets. Looking for a way through. And to regain the lead. Ball played in towards Bayo. It was waiting on the far side. But once again, Randall gets it out for a corner. I'll tell you what, it's been an absolute match. I've absolutely enjoyed it. It hasn't felt like a league game. It's reminded me a bit of an FA Cup tie that just flows, that symptom flow from one end of the field to the other. And that's how it's felt like tonight. It's a good open game of football, this. And just the one yellow card. That was from Mumba right at the start. And even then, that looked a bit dubious of a yellow card, but it doesn't matter. Offside given, free kick to Plymouth Argyle. So just to remind you of the seeds that have already gone, the big names have gone in darts. Chris Dobie is out. Gerwin Price is out. And Peter Snakebite Wright is out. All out of the Players' Championship. Not good preparation for the three of them for the upcoming World Championship next month at Ali Pali. Always a great Christmas tradition now. The World Championships down at Alexander Palace. Well, will be the favourite for that World Championship. As Plymouth now coming forward again with Soriola. Just to remind you, Bayo had put Watford ahead, but Andre Gray with a scintillating volley. A free kick's been given against Argyle. Foul on Bart. He may be milking it a little bit more than I think it needed to be. Weslow, the offender, no yellow card given to the Plymouth defender. It's on the final 5 minutes plus injury time. At the end of the first half, Sam Allison is our fourth official this evening. And in about 5 minutes from now, we'll get an indication of how much longer it could be as that ball is spreaded through. And round the back come... Oh, the chance in there and a goal! It's been turned in! It's 2-1 Watford! And it's Ryan Porteous who missed a glaring opportunity not 10 minutes ago. Well, from inside the 6-yard area, from a wonderful cross from his centre-back partner, Pollock, who turned it in from the right-hand side. He got to the byline. It was a really good work free kick here, although I have to say there were 2 Watford players offside on the build-up, but the referee and linesman allowed it to go on. They weren't interfering with play. Pollock got behind them, and in came Porteous in the 6-yard line, and the Scottish international has put Watford back in front by 2-1. It's tough on Plymouth, but Watford have shown their prowess from set pieces yet again. And Porteous is looked to danger. Gets his second league goal of the season. 2-1 Watford. With 3 minutes of the first half to play. It's a disappointment for Plymouth, really, having gotten themselves back into the game. The goal timed at 40 minutes, 55 seconds, incidentally. And Plymouth, who came from behind once, are asked to do it again. No foul. And we play on. Oh, well played, Randall. Did terrifically well. And the ball comes out once more to Gibson. Long ball out towards the far side. Plymouth needs to just step it up again, I feel. A good first half. We've had 3 goals. And it's been cracking entertainment here in the West Country this evening. Is there more in the frame here for Plymouth? That's surely going to be a free kick to Argyle. Indeed it is. I tell you what, if you needed a good football match to warm your cockles on a night like this, well, you've picked the right one. You've picked a good commentary game. We've picked a good commentary game for you tonight. Wayne Rooney must be fuming. But Plymouth are not too bad themselves from set plays. So you never know what might happen around the corner. Rendell is going to take it from the far side. One good delivery, and Plymouth still can get themselves back level. Now the referee, he's not happy with Morris and Michael Obafemi there. Obafemi, quite a big, muscular lad, of course. On loan from Burnley. Could do his parent club a favour here by scoring, perhaps. Last minute of the first half then. Randall's free kick. Dangerous one. Up go the heads, and it was a Watford head who met it. Ball knocked in there once more. Looks a high footing there as well. Obafemi inside the area. Having to turn it. Oh, he looked as if he was being held there. The Watford fans, or the Plymouth fans, were baying as one for a penalty, but referee Davis wasn't convinced. And in fact, not too many of the Plymouth players were complaining, but Obafemi's down in a complete heap on the inside the Watford penalty area. Let's have a look at that again. I'm just looking at it again. Wow. Oh, Sissoko stood on him. That's what's happened. And the referee from 2 yards away, well, should that be a penalty? I mean, look at that. Sissoko's definitely stamped on him there. In my mind, that should be a penalty and a red card, perhaps, for Sissoko. Obafemi had police to report he's hobbling, but he's on his feet. Well, it's all happened here this first half. Plenty of talking points for sure. I thought that should have been a Plymouth Argyle penalty. But there you go. A game littered with talking points here on TCM2 and JB Sports. JB John Stuttard, your match commentator. We're almost into the first of 300 minutes. Excuse me. Just looking at the match stats so far. Well, both goals, all 3 shots on target have led to goals. But Plymouth have had 3 shots in all. Watford have had 5. So it's been a good game. Plymouth will be wanting to try and get more touches in the opposition box. Only 2. One of them, though, was a perfectly good volley by Andre Gray to bring Plymouth level in the game. But really, there's just not been enough guile from Argyle in the final third to constitute really them trying to score goals here. But they are a decent proposition at home in the Championship. They're unbeaten at home. And remember, they came from 3 goals down to draw with Preston. So never discount Plymouth Argyle at your peril as the attempted effort from halfway comes in. And it's well held by the goalkeeper. And the referee stopped it. Watford player has gone down in a heap there. Looks like it's, is it Bio or Laruki? It's Bio. Wayne Rooney will be absolutely annoyed. But sometimes that's just the way it goes. Right, we play on. We're now towards the end of the 3 minutes now. Will we have time for Mumba to have an attack here for Plymouth Argyle? He goes down. Free kick Plymouth. We may just have time for this to be taken. So we're going to see how this set piece plays out. Clear foul by Sissoko. And now a real opportunity for Plymouth to get themselves back in this game and get it to 2-2 before the whistle goes. Been a great game here. Adam Randall's going to take it again. Takes all the set pieces for Plymouth. Plenty agreed up there. They might as well go for it now at the end of the first half. Randall's free kick. It's nodded away. Quite frankly, a disappointing set piece really from Adam Randall. He's capable of a lot better than what he is. And there goes the half-time whistle blown by referee Davis. So Bio put Watford ahead. Early doors. Then Andre Gray with one of the volleys, one of the goals of the season, in my opinion. Volleying it into the left corner to make it 1-1. But then Ryan Porteous in the final 10 minutes has given Watford a half-time lead. Half-time here at Home Park. It's Plymouth Argyle 1, Watford 2. Elsewhere, just before we take the break, it's currently Cheltenham 0, Tranmere 1. And in the Scottish Championship, Naismith's goal has put Falkirk ahead. 0-0 between Getafe and Valladolid. That's at half-time. And they've played an hour in Munich. Bayern Munich 0, Augsburg 0. In Ligue 1, a full-time score from the Stade Louis II Stadium. Monaco 3, Brest 2. That's a full-time score. The scorers for Monaco, Agaruski and Golovin, Sima and Laduque for Brest. And also PSG in action against Toulouse, Joao Neves on 35 minutes. Giving them the lead there. And that brings you up to date with all the football scores. Just to remind you in the darts as well before we have that for a little bit of a break here. Raymond van Barneveld has gone through 6-2 in the latest match in the Players' Championship. He beat Chris Landman 6-2. So the 5 times World Darts champion Raymond Barneveld through to the next round in Minehead. And also, Michael Van Gogh in action against Ian Wright as well. We'll see what happened there. Though he's 3-0 down. He was 3-0 down. He's pulled it back to 1. So we'll keep an eye on Michael Van Gogh. He may well be the 4th major upset. Who knows? But plenty of shocks happening there. And of course, we've got the big. Of course, we'll keep you updated with Luke Littler against Rob Cross later this evening during the second half. So there we go. That's the situation at the moment. We're going to take a 15-minute break, but we'll be back in time for the second half. Half time here at Home Park. Plymouth 1, Watford 2. We'll be back after this short break. Welcome back to Home Park, where it's Plymouth 1, Watford 2. And we've got another big shock in the darts at the moment in Minehead. Apparently that's headquarters to the West Somerset Steam Railways, my producer tells me. But I can tell you that Michael Van Gerwen, who one of the pre-tournament favourites, he's out of the Players' Championship. He joins Dolby, Wright and Price out. He was beaten comprehensively, in actual fact, 6-1 by Ian White. And we will now keep you updated throughout the second half on the next two games. Of course, the next three games on the main stage involves Luke Littler against Rob Cross, Luke Humphries against Gabriel Clements of Germany, and Gary Anderson, who had a terrific battle with Littler in the semi-finals of the Grand Slam last week. He takes on Ryan Mikal as well. So we'll keep you across. We'll keep you updated with the Littler Cross match as well. Well, we're waiting for the second half. So we'll keep you updated with Luke Littler's latest opportunity to win the trophy. And it's called the Virtual Trophy now, or whatever they call it now. So more sponsors of the League Cup, the EFL Trophy, that thing has. Just to let you know, elsewhere, Bayern Munich have taken the league in the Bundesliga. Harry Kane from the penalty spot after 63 minutes there. So, I'm going to go there. PSG winning 1-0 against Toulouse at half-time. Monaco, as you know, beat Brest 3-2. Elsewhere, Belgium, Antwerp 0, Dender 1. They played 58 minutes in that game. Boca winning at Queen's Park in the Championship in Scotland. And in League 2, still Cheltenham 0, Tranmere Rovers 0. And for any Formula 1 buffs out there, the Las Vegas Grand Prix, the qualifying starts at 5 o'clock in the morning. Or starts early doors tomorrow morning. And the race, of course, early Sunday morning. We're just waiting for the two teams to emerge from the tunnel here at Home Park. But we'll keep you up to date, darts fans, with the lacrosse first round game in the Players' Championship, of course, at Minehead. Just to remind you, we do have a second commentary. It will be across on TC Hub. Focus on football at Storm FM tomorrow. Premier League commentary. The big match of the weekend. Manchester City, whose manager Pep Guardiola looks as if he's going to be signing a new one-year extension to his contract. There's a lot of talk with City's financial implications, which we won't go into on this programme, that he may well have left, but he hasn't. He stayed loyal to the cause, and if they are found guilty and taken down a few leagues, he says he'll stay loyal with them, which is good to see. And the pressure will be more on Tottenham, but City have lost their last two Premier League games, most notably against Brighton. So Manchester City, a team now struggling. No Rodri for the season. Chiefs are now back on the field. And Plymouth will get the second half underway. Just to remind you that we will, excuse me, we will be bringing you updates of Luke Littler against Rob Cross in the darts, as well as commentary of the second half. Plymouth 1, Watford 2. No changes from either side as we reconvene for the second half. And away we go. Ball already back with the goalkeeper already. So just to remind you, we'll be keeping you up to date for the next 10 minutes or so on the big game in Minehead. Rob Cross, a former world champion, won it at his first attempt, beating Phil Taylor in 2018 up against the Nuke Luke Littler, who's just won the Grand Slam to add to the Premier League title he's already won. Both teams unchanged for the first half. I'll have to run through the benches at some point. Anyway, Watford in possession. 2-1 they lead. Those scores Pio and Fortius. Andre Gray in between for Plymouth. And a very, very good first half, I thought, here at home park. Over Ferguson for that one. Morgan looking to take possession. Ball on here now towards the shot comes in and it goes over the top. Rabi. And we'll go to the Watford. It's about 25 yards to go. Effective effort. Just like zooming over the park. And the last look at that is going first. So Kieran in Minehead. The update of any real developments in the darts. We've got everything covered on CPC and JB Sports tonight. Football, the darts, we've got it all for you. Watford on the attack. Obviously, that game, plus updates, plus I'll give you updates in Luke Littler's game and Luke Humphries' game. Yes, Morgan Whittaker now. The Plymouth ball has been lost. And the first 180 has been hit by Rob Cross in the game. And just the both goals here. Let's just see the 180 as well. Anyway, back to the football. It's Grimshaw rather for Plymouth. Trailing 2-1, remember, at half time. So Watford player going down there. So let's just concentrate on the football. Good ball down the line to Andre Gray. He's onside as well. He needs support in the middle. Gray's cross is a decent one and it's knocked away for a throw-in. Almost in line of the 18-yard line to Plymouth Argyle. There's a Watford player gone down there. Meanwhile, Luke Littler has left himself 40 in the darts. Let's just took out double 10. Littler won up in that best of 11 round 1 Players Championship game against Robert Cross. No action at the moment to bring you from home park because we've got a breaking play at the moment. I'm just keeping an eye on Littler at the moment. I've got 2 monitors here in the commentary box at home park. I've got one on the football and one with the darts. So we're keeping you well up to speed with all the night's sporting action. Also, we'll keep you updated with all the big football stories tomorrow, as well as the big one tomorrow as the throw comes in into the penalty area. Header one over the top. It was Lewis Gibson, the standing captain, with the header that went in there. It was a good throw from Zutsk. Mike Andrews has got a very big, long throw on him. Just got underneath it there with a header. Excuse me, just got a little bit of a cold at the moment, guys. If you're wondering why I'm coughing quite a lot, that's the reason why. One ball over the top. I'm still okay to commentate, and I'll still be all right for tomorrow. Hopefully, there'll be a lot less coughing going on than there has been tonight. It's been a bit of a toughie getting down here. Snow, ice, you name it, it's there. Plymouth 1, Watford 2. Very cold afternoon. He's down on the south coast. And in possession now, we've got Guayari. He's just missed a good opportunity to make it 2-2. In the darts, Luke Littler's just broken the cross throw. And he's 2 legs up. That's the throw in the third. Luke Littler, offside given against Plymouth. Play on, we are. Bournemouth, not Bournemouth, but Watford coming forward again. Obafemi's just in there. Goals scored in the second half. Statistically, Watford are the tops. 18 goals scored in the second half, followed by Bristol City, Derby, Leeds and Norwich, who all have 13 goals apiece. So you think Watford will step it up in the second half of games. They're 2-1 up. But stats don't matter when you come to Home Park. You know you're going to be for a tough ride against Wayne Rooney's Plymouth Argyle. They might be down at the bottom, but they're going to make it difficult for teams. Although, having said that, Watford have just got themselves a corner. Corner conceded there by Lewis Gibson. Again, a good break by Barr, who's having plenty to say for himself here in this game. That I can assure you. Excuse me. So Watford have a chance to take a 3-1 lead here. In comes the corner again. This time it was Big Matty Pollock who got up there. The ball's gone out for a corner, for a throw-in. Meanwhile, Littler's just taken up double 15 and leads 3-0 in a race to 6 with Rob Cross. 3-0 Luke Littler. Cross has throw on the 4th. Could be a whitewash in that one. Luke Humphries next on stage over in Minehead. Here in Plymouth, it's Plymouth 1, Watford 2 in the football. And Gorry again. Came close with a long-range effort last time, but they're using the flanks this time, Plymouth Argyle. They're asking a few more questions. So Viola pulling the ball back. Shot comes in. It was Randall with the shot, right-footed, but he hit a couple of players. And comes away, but Gibson now has it for Plymouth. Looking to put another good ball in there. There's a Watford player going tumbling. Play on, says the referee. Here's Gray, crossing in there towards the 6-yard area. It was a bit of a scuff cross, if truth be told. And here is another opportunity now. That's a better ball into the back post. Up went Mumba, I think, and then Obafemi went down. I think he went down a little easily, possibly. And Watford are on the break now, looking to get him behind. That's going to be a free kick, I think, to Watford. And another booking here. Yellow card against the captain, Lewis Gibson. Although I must admit, again, a little bit of play acting possibly from Barr there. Minimal contact, and he's just thrown himself to the ground and has got Gibson, I think, unfairly booked. I think it's a free kick. I don't think it's a bookable offence. That's his first yellow card of the season, incidentally, Lewis Gibson. Tom Kirby looking for a long figure. Let's just go 4-0 up. That's just taking out 52. And then we need 2 legs to progress to round 2. Meanwhile, Watford have a free kick in the football. Far side towards the far post. And that ball's going to drift out of play. And it'll be a Plymouth goal kick. And, well, a bit of gamesmanship there possibly for Watford. Lack of sportsmanship possibly from the Hornets there a little bit. But Tom Cleverley's beating Wayne Rooney at the moment. But there's still a way to go. There's 10 minutes of the second half only been played. So there's still a good 35 minutes for Plymouth to pull something out. The fighter might do here. Backman comes out like a rhino, like a bull in a china shop to punch the ball away. And he did enough there. And here come Watford now charging forward at the Plymouth defence. Obafemi has won it. And so too as Gyabi, the man on loan from Leeds. And he's got through again. He's kept that in, or has he? Wiseman said no. Just 2 players booked in the game. Let's just miss the double I'm seeing in the darts. He's got at least 3 darts at double 12, double 6 rather. But he's going to have 6 darts at it. Now he needs 1. So he's got 5-0 up now in the darts, Luke Littler. Looking on us for Rob Cross now, I'm afraid. Well, we're hoping it will be a close game. Look, let's continue this dominating ball from the Grand Slam last week. We might have to keep an eye on the Luke Humphreys game instead then. Look, there only needs 1 more. Gets it on the cross pro. He's through to the next round. Watford coming forward now, looking to make it absolute. They might do here. Plymouth caught out a little bit on the counter-attack. And the shot came in from Shabalaski. But it came away this time. Here he is again. The Georgian. Oh, it's a good effort. And that's a very good save indeed by Daniel Grimshaw. Shabalaski with a very good effort here. Hit this well. It was going underneath the bar. Goalkeeper had to fish it out. This was his earlier effort, which was charged away. Seen on the replay. Well defended by Plymouth Argyle. And Luke Littler has won the game. He's won 6 legs to 0. And Rob Cross never got a look in that one. So Luke Littler, a 17-year-old darting sensation, is through to round 2. Rob Cross is out. He's some player, that Luke Littler, isn't he? We'll keep you updated with the next game involving the current world darts champion, Luke Humphreys. Meanwhile, Watford leading 2-1 here in the live football here. Yeah, I do understand with the microphone and stuff, but we are back with you live. We'll try and get those gremlins sorted out for the big one tomorrow. Still 2-1 if you've just joined us. Obafemi in there to win the next ball, but the ball runs away this time. Good header back by Gibson. Into his own penalty area. Again, being played at a very ferocious pace here. Not giving in the attitude of both sides in this championship game. Plymouth 1, Watford 2. Don't forget that. Ball knocked across once more to the number 29. Soriola. Soriola again, round the corner, trying to play that in, but Maruki should do all right. Shepherds the ball out of play. Goal kick for Watford. We've played an hour on TCM2 and JB Sports. At the moment, the guy serving the touchline man, Tom Clevery, looks like inflicting a defeat on his own Man United colleague, Wayne Rooney. And of course, that if they do win tonight, Watford, they will have ended Plymouth's unbeaten home record. Remember, Plymouth 1, Watford 2. Still a long way to go in this game. Don't forget you can comment alongside us here on all the platforms tonight. As Obafemi takes possession, the man on loan from Burnley. Again, he doesn't come to much. But I'll tell you what, though, it's been a good 61 minutes, good entertaining game of football. No let up in the pace and the ferocity of the game, which in most cases has been excellent. Been given good value for money here. Should have more than the 3 goals that we've seen thus far in the game. Still a long way to go yet. As Barr goes forward on the far side. Barr just ran out of pitch and the ball into touch. Watford, in fact, attacking the goal to my left where the Watford fans are congregating behind one half of the stand. But 1,500 Watford fans have travelled down to the West Country from Hertfordshire on a very cold and icy evening. I applaud any fan that make a long trip like that in these kind of conditions. It shows that you are a proper fan. As Morgan Whittaker was his possession, just as he was about to amble into the Watford penalty area. So Littler through, Rob Cross, the latest big name. He joins by Gerwin, Price, Wright, and Dobie out of the Players' Championship. A night of upsets and thrashings, hasn't it, in Minehead, just down the road. Here come Plymouth looking for this equalising goal. So we all will take the throw-in. Not as long as Andrews would throw him in the first half. Randall with the cross. It was a poor cross from Adam Randall. And then ball just bullied away by Luzat. The number 10, well picked up there by Bizareku. Big number 5 for Plymouth Argyle. Just a reminder of the substitutes bench. Al Hadj, the goalkeeper for Plymouth. Mundu, Forshaw, Azarka, Horton, Marusi, Obita, Dawson, and Wright. Cross comes in. Might reach Gray. Indeed it does. Andre Gray now. We'll run you through the Watford bench as soon as we get a break in play. Here's Gray with a shot trying to beat Backman down at the near post. And almost did so. In actual fact, it was Gaibi who had the final shot in the end. On the bench for the Hornets, for Watford, it wasn't going in actually. Backman equal to it anyway. For Watford, Bond, Dorusia, Ince, Kaimbe, Ramirez, Espan. As the ball comes forward, out comes Grishaw, has to use his head because he's outside the penalty area. Seema, Serimata, Trigovic, and Varta. Again, apologies for the mispronunciations. So just to remind you, let's just has gone through. We'll keep you updated with Luke Humphreys, who's just about to come out for his game. Meanwhile, it's Plymouth on the attack. And the ball out of play. Still 2-1 Plymouth. 2-1 Watford, rather. 25 to play. No heads up in the pace. Here's Andre Gray coming forward. Now needs a good cross in from the right-hand side. Just too much whip on the cross. Evaded Obafemi and a couple of others. And now the play goes for a Watford throw-in, level with their own 6-yard box. Excuse me. Meanwhile, Morgan Whittaker is down on his haunches and injured. I do hope he's going to be okay. Just running you through the latest scores in the football. Cheltenham and Tranmere, 5 minutes to play. 0-0 in that one. Falkirk's still winning 1-0. They've got 4 to go in that one. Glentoran leading Lenfield in the Irish Premiership 1-0. Excuse me. Apologies for the apologies there for the background noise. It's all kicked off a little bit tonight, that's for sure. Morgan Whittaker down injured at the moment. So there we are. So still So 2-1 it still is. Apologies there for the background noise. Meanwhile, Morgan Whittaker off and Callum Wright on. One of the problems with live broadcasting is that you're going to get gremlins like that. Bayern Munich have beaten Augsburg by 3-0. A Harry Kane hat-trick in actual fact. 63, 90 plus 3 and 90 plus 5. Scotterbeck was sent off for Augsburg in the incident, which led to the second penalty. 2 yellow cards in that one. Antwerp and Dender at 1-1. PSG still leading to lose, and earlier Monaco beat Brest by 3-2. Hopefully, the unfortunate noise has backed down, so we're back live with you now. Way past the halfway mark of the second half. We've had over 67, 68 minutes of the game here at Home Park. 2-1 for Plymouth, or 2-1 for Watford against Plymouth. Ball being poured out now. Just a quick reminder that we'll be live from the City of Manchester Stadium tomorrow. But that's a little kickabout involving Manchester City and Tottenham Hotspur. And his manager, Ange Postecoglou, is quite under immense pressure now. He's had a couple of bad defeats. So to respect Guardiola, but it looks as if he's going to sign a 1-year extension to his current contract. Still a way to go in the Premier League title race, but you'll hear the whole match, VAR, everything tomorrow afternoon or tomorrow tea time from 5:20 on TC Hub, Focus on Football and Storm FM. That game live on those 3 TCO platforms. Meanwhile, on TCO 2, on JB Sports, and Russ's Twitch channel, of course, it's 2-1 in the Championship to Watford. So they're going to go above the likes of Burnley and a few others as well. In a very congested playoff picture. Burnley got a very difficult lunchtime game against Bristol City, of course. Ball floated into the far side of the penalty area, but it's out of play. Andre Gray trying to get on the end of it. Really good football game going on there. Let's just keep you abreast of what's happening in the darts while we've got a break of freight. Luke Humphries has taken the first leg. He's won up against Clemens of Germany. The world champion. 1-0 ahead. Cole and Luke. I think cool hand about this game tonight as the ball knocked forward. Well dealt with there by Lewis Gibson. Back to his goalkeeper. Grimshaw boosted against Loser, who miscontrols it. It's a throw in to Plymouth Argyle. We trail by 2-1 at the moment. Excuse me once again. And number 11 here has the ball, and it's Wright with a good cross. It's a real shame that Morgan Whittaker's gone off with an injury. But Wright is a very good player himself. Wayne Rooney has confidence in him that he can get something here, but there's more than enough quality from Plymouth out there on the field on paper for them to get us something here tonight. A draw would not be the worst result in the world for them, but they can still do it all three, and they're looking for that equaliser. Randall playing the ball in. Obafemi on the edge of the area. Looked as if he was being pushed there, but the referee said no. So we play on. Plymouth going hard for the jugular here. They may as well have a go. They may as well have a go here. Luke Humphries has just gone 2 legs up in the darts. Everyone's talking about expected goals. It's just a load of old baloney. So I'm not even going to try and explain that expected goals malarkey. I'm too old-fashioned for that sort of stat. Leave that to the youngsters to do. When I commentate, you're dealing basics. XG's are all rock and roll to me. Now, what's the referee spotted here? I think he's trying to make sure that the rowing is being taken from the right side or something like that, or is there a substitution? Well, Adol Kaibi comes on for Georgie Shabahadsky. So I'm pleased to see the back of the Georgian, because I can't really pronounce his name properly. Meanwhile, it's with Obafemi now. That's a foul, free kick. And surely there's got to be a booking here for the Watford player, Sissoko. No, there isn't. Well, it's just, the pace has just picked it down a little bit. As the ball goes over the top. Luke Humphries has just missed 8 in the darts. Still 2-0. Cummins has 60 for to pull a leg back. So we'll go to the final 15 minutes here at Home Park. And the Germans just missed 10 in the darts. Humphries hits 4. Goes 3 legs ahead. So the world champion in crime, Fettel. Not so what Plymouth at the moment, trailing 2-1. Still a quarter of an hour to play. Here on the TCL with me, JB John Stuttard. It's we're now into that time of the year where we're in Greenwich Mean Time. Christmas is on its way, and The sports personality, that's going to give it away. And now opportunities are bundled for Watford. And here's Laruki. Good break by him. Laruki with a cross, but it's too close to Grimshaw. It was a good run by the left-hand side by Laruki. Grimshaw held on to it well. His handling's been quite competent. But the passing from Plymouth has been anything but competent there, because Watford holding the game up very well. They can do now. Kaimi now. Good ball. And Ryan Porteous, whose goal looks like winning it, is going on a handball forward down the right-hand side. But he's lost possession this time. Can Plymouth come up with a moment of pure genius and try and find an equaliser from somewhere? They'll certainly try with Andre Gray into Obafemi. The former Burnley man laying it on to the man on Burnley's books, but Obafemi just couldn't finish it off. And here go Watford again. This is Sissoko. 25 from goal. And here's an opportunity now for 3-1, is it? No, brilliant save by Grimshaw. It looked all the while as if Bio was going to make it 3-1 and make the game safe for Watford. Humphries has gone 4 up in the darts, incidentally. Good play from Sissoko. Bio with his left foot. Well, blocked brilliantly by the goalkeeper. Grimshaw did really well. Clemens has just pulled a leg back in the darts. It's 4-1 now in Minehead in round 1 of the Players' Championship. Bio in the football has just missed a golden opportunity to put Watford out of sight. They only have a corner. In it goes from the far near side from Louza. Here's Andrews with an effort from about 35 yards. It was very speculative, one can say. Cheltenham have scored a late goal. Colwell with a late goal in that game. 89 minutes. Colwell has just scored. Falkirk are 6th clear in the Championship. And as Obafemi and Sorino are off. Bundo and Izaka both on 15 and 35 respectively. I hope you're listening along at home, and we'd like to get you in the chat as well if you want to chat about what's going on. Humphries 4-1 up in the darts. Whitler through. So to Nathan Aspinall in the darts. Dobie, Wright, Van Gerwen, and Price and Cross all out. Thomas has hit the wrong man. He's hit double 15 and not double 10. The German efficiency. We've got 2 balls on the field now. Referee has not spotted it. I think that's a bit of gamesmanship for Watford. Meanwhile, they might have a chance here. Plymouth. Oh, and the shot went wide from Callum White, and it's just gone wide. Meanwhile, Clemens is pulling it back to 4-2 in the darts, but Callum Wright with a great opportunity here. Turns Matty Pollock one way and another, and then when it needed a finish, it just never happened. Just scuffs it. 10 to play. Got a deflection. I think it will be a corner. Randall with it. Much deeper one this time. Goalkeeper struggled on the near post. It comes to a Plymouth shirt, and in the end, it was hooked over the top. It was Andre Gray. Ran for a goal kick in the end. And Watford taking no Taking as long as they dare. Take it this moment in time. 2-1 ahead. Approaching 81 minutes on the clock. And we're at 81 minutes now. 2-1. Hope you've enjoyed this at home despite one or two ramblings and noise troubles. And here come Plymouth looking for this equalising goal. Ball out of play. Here's an opportunity now for Wright, who missed a glorious opportunity a couple of minutes ago. Wright, again, peels off the shoulder of the last defender, stays onside. Got free to cross it into. Ball hits the defender. No handball. Nothing claimed by Plymouth, and here's Bio. Humphries has gone 5-2 now in the darts. Only needs another one now. And he will be through. Great ball now. As far as Watford are concerned. Good to play. And Rookie making some good breaks on the left-hand side. So 2-1. Last 10 minutes possession. Plymouth 69%. Watford 31%. So approach 83 minutes played. That's from the 73rd to the 83rd minute. Plymouth in possession. 2-1 down. Time running out. That's not a good ball. Too strong and easy for Backman. Wayne Rooney knows that he's unbeaten on record, could be about to end. And Colgan Hulk has gone through 6-2. So the world champion Luke Humphries through to the next round of the Players' Championship in Minehead. Luke Humphries and Luke Littler through. Excuse me. 6 minutes left to go. Maruki's cross. Bayern with a goal. That was on 9 minutes. And then Gibson's crossfield pass from the left-hand side over to the right of the penalty area. Andre Gray volleying in it to make it 1-1. And then Pollard knocking it back, and his centre-half partner, Brian Porteous, making it 2-1, 3 minutes from the break. Maruki off, Ken Sema on. Going to play 6 minutes at least. Ken Sema. Play from the Premier League days. So 2-1 as we now go into the closing stages. Ball as it kept in by Sema. Goes down. Road to Plymouth. 4.5 minutes to play. 2-1 Watford. Been a decent game. Been playing with that. He's playing with a certain amount of je ne sais quoi. It's actually a very good pitch here down at Plymouth. And it was 2-1 to the opposition as well. Oh, yes, and player of the match as well. Very hard to choose, really, because there's been so many terrific performances from both sides. I might have to wait until stoppage time before choosing one as well. Of course, we've got a player of the match, sponsored, of course, by Commentary Services. Watford's next 6 fixtures: Bristol City at home, QPR at home, Cardiff away, Hull away, West Brom home, and Burnley away. What a game that will be on December 21st at Turf Moor. Ball not forward, knocks away once more. It's going to be very difficult to choose a player of the match at the moment. Looks like Ryan Porteous will be the match winner. He'll be up there in the thinking. Couple of hours as well. We'll see how the next 3 minutes plays out. Andre Gray, you have to say, for his goal part there. Bayo as well. It's probably between those 3 for player of the match. I also think Gibson's had a good game as well. Still 3 minutes to go. Still all to play for. Here's Randall. Goes down. Free kick to Plymouth Argyle. We'll make the announcement around about the 90th minute mark. Still concentrate on the commentary for the next couple of minutes as referee Andy Davis produces a yellow card to a Watford player this time. We'll get that confirmed in just a second or two. It was the man who might be the match winner, Ryan Porteous. It's his 7th yellow card of the season. Plymouth have a free kick in a very dangerous position if they can get this right. The goalkeeper's taking it. Out comes Batman, and he takes it no problem. I'm going to give it Ryan Porteous just because he's been not afraid to get forward. He's been dangerous from set plays. He's done what he's had to do in defence. As we look at Plymouth's next 6 games, 2 away trips to Norwich and Bristol City, the 2 home games with Norwich and Swansea, Oxford and Swansea, Sheffield United away at Middlesbrough. But Ryan Porteous is our player of the match, sponsored by Commentary Services. I reckon they could pick up, looking at the next 6 fixtures, and a push maybe 9 points. As the ball now is floated in. But they must not lose heart for the fact they may well lose tonight, Plymouth. They've done more than enough tonight in the game. All right, they might lose their unbeaten home record. And that's a given. But what they can't lose sight of and lose heart with, really, is the fact that they've given Watford one heck of a game. And if they play like that most weeks, I can see Plymouth Argyle easily staying in the Championship. Of course, with Rudy, anything can happen. Plymouth are never going to be a side that's always upwards in the top 6 as we go into 5 minutes of time added on at the end here at Home Park. Plymouth 1, Watford 2. It's going to be a throw-in to Watford. Deep inside. Excuse me, just sneezed a bit there. I mean, that's all tonight. Anyway, it's Watford winning 2-1. And we've still got, 4.5 minutes of stoppage time to play. Just imagine that Luke Littler's gone through in the darts. 6-0 winner over Rob Cross. Luke Humphries has just beaten, has just won his game 6-2 against the German opponent. World War III, I suppose, but Luke Humphries doesn't play as if it's World War III. We always had World War III kicking off here at Home Park. Bit of time wasting going on there. So 4 minutes to play of the 5. Plymouth 1, Watford 2. One ball forward. Looking towards number 15 there. Bindu. Ball comes in. From the right hand side, Noel knocked out for a throw in. Don't forget, we've got Manchester City against Tottenham tomorrow, live on the TC Hub main channel, Focus on Football and Storm FM only. Here comes Zooks with a throw, long one into the mixer once again. Can Plymouth find a second equaliser? Find a second win from somewhere. Zooks has got some defending to do. How's this man off well? No foul against Bio. Here come Plymouth looking for that equalising goal. Well, we've got a... Oh, dear me. I think Watford are now... Bar has gone down as if he's been shot by Lee Harvey Oswald. Just to remind you, in the darts, let's just check what's happening in that. They're just walking on for Gary Anderson's game. Also, well, we'll bring you that live football tomorrow. We'll bring you updates of England against Japan in the Autumn Nations Series. As Plymouth went forward, but the ball has disappeared out of play. And we've got 2 of the 5 minutes still to play. Andre Gray probably has scored the goal of the night. But his latest effort going well wide. And he might well just be on the losing side here tonight here as Plymouth. As Barr and Morris are going to be substituted. And Ince and Sirialta going to come on. Now they will be adding time on at the end for this. Sam Allison telling them to get off the field. Our 4th official here today. It's a decent win for Watford this. It will take them way to the playoff zone, knock Burnley down. Look, a couple of other teams below them as well. But they'll have played a game more than their playoff rivals. Burnley have got a tricky trip to Ashton Gate at 12:30 tomorrow lunchtime. And that's no gimme. As free kick has been given to Plymouth right at the end of the game. Don't forget, Paul James will be your host tomorrow. I'll be doing the commentary. Here comes the free kick. Closed in there by Grimshaw. Here's an opportunity now for Wright. Trying to trick his man. Right, face too many all colours in Watford shirts. Well, to be taken here by Mumba. He may as well load it into the penalty area. Didn't come to anything much. Plymouth looking for this equalising goal. Can they get it? Cross coming. Shot comes in. It's there! Plymouth have saved themselves yet again at the end. And it's that man again. Andre Gray. He's done it again. Oh, the goal roof is lifted off Old Park. They've done a Preston North End again. They did exactly what they did against Preston. They were down and out. We've played over 5 minutes of stoppage time. And Wayne Rooney's side, somehow or other, have gotten themselves out of jail. And it's Andre Gray, the former Watford man, with a brace against his old team. Well, this was the last chance, and they took it, but they took it, Plymouth. And what a goal. Andre Gray, left foot, curls, bang into the right-hand corner. Plymouth have saved themselves. It's 2-2. And Andre Gray has got them both. Maybe I was premature in choosing Ryan Porteous as player of the match. I've got to stick with my choice, but there we go. That was the last kick of the game. It's finished 2-2 in an absolute classic here at Oak Park tonight. Andre Gray with a brace, Bio and Porteous with the goals for Watford. It's honours even between Wayne Rooney and Tom Cleverley tonight. And it finishes 2-2 in an absolute thriller here. It's been a joy to bring it to you live. And we're just about coming to the end of our programme, but let's just bring you a few results from tonight's football before we go. So let's bring you up to date with what's happened. So Plymouth 2, Watford 2 is a result. So too is Cheltenham 1, Tranmere 0. Falkirk stay top of the Scottish Championship. They lead by 6 points. They beat Queen's Park by a goal to 0. In La Liga, Getafe are leading 2-0 against Valladolid. Rodriguez and Nyram, the goal scorers. In the Bundesliga, a Harry Kane hat-trick, 2 of them from the penalty spot, helping Bayern Munich and Vincent Kompany to a 3-0 victory over Augsburg, who held them for a long time, actually. And Bayern Munich now stretch their lead to 7 points. But they have played a game more than the rest of the field. In the Belgian League, Antwerp 1, Dender 1. In Ligue 1, Monaco 3, Brest 2. That was an earlier result, and it's finished also at PSG. Joel Neves, Ronaldo, and Vitinha the scorers. PSG 3, Toulouse 0. And a reminder in the darts that Luke Littler is through to the next round of the Players' Championship. Also, we have Luke Humphries through, but out go Van Gerwen, Price, Cross, and Dolby and others out of the tournament. Big names have fallen by the wayside there tonight. It's been a whistle-stop action-packed night of Friday night sport here on TCM2, JB Sports and Russ Murder's Twitch channel. I hope you very much enjoyed it. My big thanks to producer Nicholas Jones as well. But for me, JB John Stuttard, thank you very much for listening. Just one more thing I have to do before I leave you to it tonight is that we bring you live coverage, live commentary, alternate commentary of Manchester City against Tottenham Hotspur. The biggest game of the weekend by none in the Premier League. And we have the whole match, the whole commentary for you tomorrow evening from 5:20 kickoff. I'll join Paul James and myself in the commentary box at the City of Manchester Stadium. But for now, thank you very much for tuning in. I hope you've enjoyed our commentary. We are out of time, but Plymouth, thanks to a brace from Andre Gray, saved themselves against Watford. And how precious that point could well be for Watford and for Plymouth too. From all of us here at Home Park, thank you very much for joining us, and we'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye for now.